Hello! It's once again time to rank 8-bit Nintendo video games released for the Nintendo Entertainment System in the United States. My name is Jeff Gerstmann. This is the 40th episode of our fledgling, ongoing little series here. I feel like we've done some pretty good work so far. The science has been speaking quite clearly, quite loudly, and as such, we've got 262 games on the list. Operation Secret Storm all the way up to Bionic Commando. They're pretty much the same game. Pretty much the same game. And a wide variety of games in between, of course. Our top 50 is starting to shape up a little bit, but you know, I'm sure there's plenty of more shaping to do because we're not even halfway done. But you know, Monster in My Pocket at number 50 seems like a reasonable, I mean, especially with what we've seen so far. I can think of some games we haven't played yet that are probably going to end up being better than Monster in My Pocket. And I wonder, you know, where such a game will end up when the list is finally done. And we have our canonical list based in science of all of these games. I can't wait to see what it looks like, but there's no way to get there other than to keep chipping away at it week in, week out. And so why don't we get right to it here today, now? If you would like to influence the list, you can. You can join the Gerstmann Advisory Panel. You can get more details on that over at patreon.com/Jeff Gerstmann. Or I believe dopeassvideogames.com will get you there. I believe that's the case. And you can find out more about it. That'll get you on the Discord, and you know, you can hang out with all of. We've assembled a good chunk of lunatics, I think is the right word for it, over there on Discord. It's been fun. It's been a good spot for conversations as shit happens throughout the day, and you know, it'll be 6 days before a podcast or something like that. It's been nice to kind of pop in there and you know, talk about some of the stuff. Let's well, that's all. Whoa well, that's okay. Okay, there, much better. Okay, first up, a game that's been on the list for a couple of weeks now, but has kept getting bumped in favor of other things. And so, let's just start with it now. It's got your friend Mario in it. I don't know if you've heard of this guy. He was a baby plumber, and then he grew up and became an adult plumber, I suppose, is how the story goes. He's got a twin brother. I'm not really sure who that is, but also he's got a time machine. I don't know that I've ever seen this game. I like that it just keeps very rapidly cycling through these screens. Your friends at Radical Entertainment. This wagon, let's cycle one more time here. This wagon with the video games in the back. Very good. But yeah, the way that this is rapidly cycling through the screens, you would think it was an unlicensed game, but it is. It is a licensed game. We'll just see the little copyright here. The Software Tool Works presents. There he is. It's Mario. He's visiting Bowser's museum, I guess. Bowser and his Koopas have built the greatest museum in history. But to do it, they've stolen many important items from the past. I was going to say, there's no way this museum's on the level. Oh, shit. I gotta get a Yoshi. Yoshi went exploring on his own, and now he's been captured by Bowser. Before he rescues Yoshi, Mario must find the stolen items and return them to their proper places in history. Okay. I like that there's like repurposed sprites in here and also some redrawn work. It's a very bizarre... Alright, we can run. We can jump. Take a look up at good old Donkey Kong Jr. there. I guess he's wearing the shirt, right? I mean, that's Junior. There's no way for me to interact with this, is there? Start and select do absolutely nothing. All right, we got a few doors here. We've got a lot of doors here. Stop. Okay, so this is very much original Mario Brothers. Wait. Oh, so I mean, if it's like original Mario Brothers, then I need to original Mario Brothers them. Oh, and the shells. That's odd. It's like they made a really bad. Is that going to blow me up if I touch it? What is that? Okay, we crouched and we've picked up a torch. Do I need to figure out where they invented fire? Is that the... Let's go to 80 million BC, I guess. Why is this game? It's like they said, let's make a Mario game and make all the platforming feel bad. If you see a Tyrannosaurus Rex coming, Mario, you'd better hide in that cave. I like that the notes are left like exclusively for Mario. Over 150 million years ago, the sky was filled with pterodactyls whose wingspans ranged from 3 inches to 25 feet. What's happening here? Am I playing a game still? I guess I am. I suggest you get cracking if you hope to find Yoshi. Wait, do I need to, like, crack the game or what? Dinosaur comes from the Greek words for terrible lizard. Okay. I guess we'll try this door. This seems like exactly the same thing. This is terrible. Like the take on original Mario Brothers that they have created here is fucking like an awful version of the game. Pick up an apple. Let's go to 776 BC with a torch and an apple. Oh, okay, so I can... Okay. So I can hit select to pick different items here. Okay, the movement sucks, so I can't, like, run and slide. Bird! The bird stole my apple! The Greeks value all-around excellence in sport. The pentathlon was a contest which included discus, long jump, javelin, wrestling, and racing. It's like I can't do a running slide, so I can't even slide under that. It's terrible. These athletic contests are held as a religious festival in honor of Zeus. So if I had a torch, I could probably bring it here and do something, right? Look at this look at this half-step block placement that this game can do. Like, it's not on a grid the same way a real Mario game is. Fucking diabolical. Okay, so if I go here and kill these turtles, will I get the... Will I get the torch again? This is the wrong location for that item. Reading all the clues will help. Bird! The bird stole my torch. Well, I read 2 of the 3 clues and they were just like generic. Great. I don't see how I can get this one. Actually, maybe if I have a delicate... No, there is no such thing as a delicate jump. A tap of the button jumps just as high as a full press does. That's great. Okay, yeah, I guess, okay. But that's still enough to do exactly that. There's a special reason why the Greeks count their years by 4. Okay, I read all the clues. It did not tell me what to do with the torch, which I don't even have anymore. Let's try the third door. This game feels like a bootleg video game. It's so like off-book Mario. I picked up an egg. It's a big egg. It looks like a dinosaur egg to me. So maybe now we go to 80 million BC. Oh, we got in the newspaper because we returned an egg to a cave. We got in the paper for that. It's this every time, huh? This is terrible. Also, I don't think you can die. We picked up a steering wheel. It looks like a wheel for a boat. We'll try 1520. This looks like a place that where you would need a boat, a boat wheel. That's the right name for that, right? Who are these fucking guys? Okay, if I push up in the air, I will spin. With the telescope, you can see land, Mario, but you'll need something else to navigate this ship. Okay, the anchor's at the back of the boat, so we... Okay, we need to land on that, and then it'll... Okay. Well, there's an anchor over here, too. I dared to use the item in the wrong place, and the bird has come and taken my item. What the fuck? Oh my god, this is, what was that, door 4? Let's try door 5, see what's in there. It's also cool how this song goes nowhere. Like it... Quill pen! Could have been 1903 or 1905. Who could say? We'll try 1602. Quill pins came after boat wheels. Everyone knows that. Yoshi, Yoshi, wherefore art thou, Yoshi? Okay, this is the guy that needs our quill pen. Why is there a caveman Koopa here running Shakespeare off? Many of Shakespeare's plays, Julius Caesar, Macbeth, rely on actual history for their stories. I don't know if you knew that. Ah. William Shakespeare is regarded as the greatest English writer who ever lived. Okay, I think that's everything. Yay. I have a can of Bucked Up Energy Mango Tango here that I'm just going to crack into and drink, and we'll rank it. I'll put it on the list later. Like, it's just this part of the song. It does not ever advance. Alright, a throne. Is that maybe like 1192? It could be 1687. But I'm guessing it's probably one of those. Because we did 1520, we did 1602. 1862? I don't know. Let's try 1687. Let's see what's there. Newton's most famous law. Oh, this is where the apple goes. Saw some folks in the chat talking about Twitch archives. They're turned off. They got turned off after last week's video, wherein DuckTales was played, because for whatever reason Capcom claims rights to music on DuckTales, and so when that copyright claim came through, it turned off VODs on Twitch. You should watch on YouTube. That was just, where did we just go with the Apple? That was 1602, right? No. That's 1687 for that? Okay. Everything about this movement and platforming feels terrible. Like, I don't know if I have to get all the clues before I try to solve a thing. Okay, I was gonna check and see if there was other trees that looked more prominent, but I'm assuming that's what we're doing here as we are... Oh, it's stuff like this. These weird, like, that's a bad feeling jump. Doesn't look much like an apple tree, honestly. So this was I can't even see my inventory from this screen, but this was the torch. Let's go try and do the Olympic one again. Like, the most impressive thing about this game is the way these bricks move when you hit them. They go woo, woo. Was this 31 BC? I forget. Nope. Oh, it won't let me go. Video games! Like, this game would be like 45 seconds long if it didn't have all of this tedious shit in it. So then it was 776 BC, right? Is that the... I'm bad with dates. All right. This was the apple. We did that. I don't remember. Ah, a stovepipe hat. We've got to go find an asshole. Is that like an 1862 type of thing? Damn it. Oh! This movement's... The Gettysburg Address is a speech by Abraham Lincoln, not a number on that gate over there. Hats off to you, Mario, if you can figure out what's going on. Wait, is Mario here to stop the Gettysburg Address? Like, what is... This great man said, Honest Abe freed the slaves. Is Mario here to stop that? Mario's been listening to a lot of podcasts. He's got some ideas. Well, I'm guessing we put it in front of the gate. Now bring a gun. A few years later. Oh, so there's multiple items in each door, and he bricks them up when there's nothing left? Is that the... I guess we could go back to that boat and wander around some. I could stop playing this because I think we've got a good handle on it. How far forward does it go? What's the newest thing in here? 1989. Bringing a picture of Jodie Foster to a young man and saying, "Do you want this lady to like you? Then there's something you can do for me." Oh, dang it. The jump is so bad. All right. The Berlin Wall was built by the communist government of East Germany to halt escapes from East Berlin and West Berlin. Angry Berliners called it the Wall of Shame. This is a really fucking weird thing. Like, it is so barely an educational game. You know what I mean? Like, here's some blocks you can hit, and here's some like minor trivia about some stuff. Oops. Oh, fuck you. I am not entertained, nor am I educated. I am not edutained in any way. Oh my god. This is just the ship wheel again. This is really terrible. Like, you know, it doesn't, we got a sledgehammer. I guess we'll take that back to the Berlin Wall. Let's see if we can just smash down the fucking Berlin Wall. I guess you don't see anything. It just, the screen goes black and it shows a newspaper, so. Mr. Mario, tear down that wall. Do we use it here? Sure. Timber! I mean, that's fucking dumb. It's not without its charm, you know? But it's fucking terrible. Got 9 of these wheels, man. This was... Oh, is this Shakespeare again? Oh, I guess we can go... We can go anywhere, just the doors get covered. So we probably don't need to do anything else here. Anyway. How handy would it be if I could just, like, go places here, you know? And use this to warp around. And like, just, if this game had any little bits of convenience in it whatsoever. You know? What's the copyright date on this? 93, 94. Yeah. Nice and late. Nice and late. Wow. It's pretty bad. The learning feels very suspect. You know, it's like, hey, we put some blocks in these levels, and when you jump and hit them, we'll give you like really generic trivia things about these eras that will kind of maybe tell you what you need to give them, but maybe also not. It's an interesting premise. I think the idea of like, hey, we want to make an educational Mario game. I mean, It's not the worst idea in the world. It's certainly not the only time that they tried it. But it just it feels terrible. It does not feel like it feels close enough to Mario to be really maddening. Where when you can't do some of the physics stuff or like sliding under things, and they've built all of their platforming puzzles around these really shitty platforming mechanics. Where it's like, oh, you can't slide under it. You're going to have to jump and hit this. And oh, while this is spinning, you can jump and hope it stops while it's under you so you can get up here. And, you know, the jumping has no nuance to it. It is a full height jump every time you press the button. And so just like all of those aspects of the game feel terrible and kind of betray the Mario name quite a bit. And so every aspect of this game could be significantly better. But it is also very silly that you get a sledgehammer and bring it to the Berlin Wall. But also it's disappointing because none of those things play out in a way that shows you anything cool. It just shows a generic picture of a newspaper and it says, oh, Abe Lincoln feels a lot better since he brought his hat back. Like you never even see Abe fucking Lincoln. At least they draw Shakespeare in a Mario like sprite, because that's real dumb. So there's just it's a shortage. Like there's potential for a lot more charm there if they did that sort of stuff. And so it fails on that front. It's not a very good educational game. Like kind of across the board, it's not great. Let's see where it ends up on our list. You know, it's not as good as SCAT, Special Cybernetic Attack Team. It's no Burger Time. It's worse than Paperboy. It's worse than Street Fighter 2010, The Final Fight. It's worse than Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. But I feel like we're kind of finding it here. It's better than that version of Rampage. Is it worse than Star Wars? Like that Star Wars game is pretty fucking terrible. It's better than Jordan versus Bird 1-on-1. It's worse than Defenders of Dynatron City, but like not. It's like kind of right there. It's better than Castle Quest. It is. You know what? It is better than Defenders of Dynatron City, but not as good as the Bugs Bunny birthday. No, it is better than the Bugs Bunny birthday blowout. It is not as good as the adventures of Dino Ricky, Dino Ricky, Dino Ricky, Dinosaur Richard. It's our new 219. Mario's Time Machine. I had never seen that before. I know that the Software Toolworks made a few like educational Mario games in their day. But I don't know that I've really spent any time with any of them. Oh, this why is this not copying? Okay. Copy, paste. There we go. Right? What hang on. It didn't. This is a nightmare. Copying and pasting. There it is. Okay, 219. Mario's Time Machine. Okay. Okay. Not a great game, but I'm glad to have finally played it. It was something that's been on the list for a few weeks here. And so I'm glad to have finally gotten to it. This Bucked Up Energy Mango Tango is not good. But that's a different list. Let's move on. A lot of sports games. Sports. This game's called Baseball Stars. From your friends at SNK. This is a baseball game with some options to make your own team. You can create a league with a lot of games. You can make a really long league if you wanted to. Ninja Black Sox versus the Brave Warriors. Let's see how I do. It's been a very long time since I've played any Baseball Stars. All right. No? No. Oh. Okay. Oh. So, unlike some older games on the platform, this game lets you kind of dive for balls and... Oh, shit. Okay. And it's a much bigger stadium than a lot of the other games, so I thought for sure that was gone. Hooray, hooray. Hanzo, here we go. Oh. Hanzo, here we go. This is a nice baseball game. It feels good. The batting feels nice. The fielding gives you a good amount of options. Uh-oh, get there. Come on now. Ugh. Ah, ha, ha, legged it out. I like the different music depending on who's up at the plate, along with the, you know, the on-base music. Oh, that time it decided to not position my guy right where the ball was going to land. Oh no, he wasn't at the base yet! It's the worst thing that could have happened. That's just real, baby. So let's pop out of this game. You know, you can just kind of get in there and play the SNK Crushers versus the Lovely Ladies. But this feels great. I mean, this is, I think it's probably better than, it feels better than RBI Baseball. RBI Baseball has, like, simplicity on its side, you know? Like, the first one doesn't have this diving and some of the other defensive maneuvers that you have at your disposal here. So there's a purity to RBI Baseball. Oh, right. I decided to take a lead, and they got me on it. So, turned on it. Still out. All right, jab. Oh, shit. I caught me fucking sleeping. Oh. That's right, Linda. Uh-oh. Eat it. Ladies. Oh! Ah! See, like, could have dove for that. Probably grabbed it. Yeah, roller to the wall. Uh-oh. Ah. No. Beautiful. I'm too tired to do all the base running hijinks to get that guy over to second. It's fine. It is a fine day, says the sign. Very long single. Oops. I didn't have control of him because he was covering second, but it went right to him, so it ended up being okay. Yeah, this game feels very nice. This to me is always the sweet spot when it comes to the level of options you have when you're fielding. It's a good amount, but not too many. The batting is very straightforward, and that's what I like. Any game where you can throw a ball high or low, you lost me already, baby. There we go. Paul just had to reach out and touch one. Come on, come on! Oh. Not great. Not great. Oh. Picture of the coach. So good. But the other thing, the thing that gives this game legs, is this. And so we can go to our team, we can go in here, and you start to see amounts of money, and like basically we can buy him another stat point for $33,000, but he can only have a max of 72. So this guy's a max 65. He sucks. We should cut him from the team. And so you can go into, well, obviously we can change his name. And so you can name your players whatever you like. This guy sucks. A max of 47. Whereas you want a max as close to, I guess, 60 as possible. There you go, max 59. That's good. Like, he's worth investing in. Luck is probably going to be stuff like, you know, sometimes if you're catching a ball, they'll drop it, you know, like it'll be like an error or something like that. Like situations that could kind of go either way. I forget what Prestige does. But the thing about it is when you go and hire a player, and how do I... Okay, fire player. We're going to fire batter E1. Oh. Get your dog and get out. And so, like, this guy, you don't want this guy. Unless you need this right now. You can sit here and you can roll the dice on this. So what you end up usually want a rookie. You know, they'll have low stats from the get-go, but so my uncle, who was crazy, he sat here and did this. Until he got a team full of players that all had the highest max possible. And then he played enough to where he had them all at max level. And then brought the cartridge to play against my dad. It's unfortunately, you know, you couldn't like take two cartridges and merge the teams or something. So you couldn't like, you would have to do this in the same household. I guess the max, so it's got to be higher than, it's got to be higher than 10 per stat, right? It's got to be, is it 15 per stat? So is the max is probably 90. And so he sat there and did this until, and you get in a groove with it, and he said that a couple of times he got like guys with the maximum max, but because he was in such a groove, he buttoned past it and had to sit here forever and do this. This was before he was into going and stealing fishing reels from the local store until they asked him to not come back, I guess. And so he just sat there and did that. Like max 27. What are you gonna do with a vet? Like, that's terrible. These are terrible. And it's got this screen, which is fun. This is a great baseball game. One might say this is the best baseball game on the entire platform. Good little jam that you never really hear, because who did this? Well, my uncle did, because he didn't want to lose his team, I'm guessing. But yeah, I don't know that I ever lost a save by not holding in the fucking reset button. Baseball Stars, hell of a game. Hell of a game. I mean, it's better than Dirty Harry, that's for sure. It's better than Baseball. Baseball Stars is better than Arquista's Ring. It's better than Palamedes. It's better than Low G Man, the Low Gravity Man. It is better than Baseball Simulator 1000. So if we had to compare it to something like Super Baseball Simulator 1000, that might be, that's a trickier. They're different games. They're different things. It's better than Kung Fu. It's better than Tecmo Bowl. It's better than Mega Man 1. It's better than Super Dodgeball. It is better than The Goonies 2. I mean, it is certainly better than RBI Baseball. As amazing as RBI Baseball is. You know, it's absolutely a better game. There's so much depth to that team making stuff. That you can really, well, you can go crazy with it. How about that? It's better than Mike Tyson's Punch Out, but that's probably where it stops. It's not better than Contra. In my heart, it is significantly better than Contra. As well as DuckTales. In my heart, this is a top 5 game, but scientifically speaking, we are looking at our new number 8. I don't know that baseball gets bet. Well, look, you know, if we step outside of the confines, the friendly confines of the Nintendo Entertainment System, I might take Griffey for the SNES as the actual best baseball game ever made. Like, hands down, all time. Like, let's stop talking about it, because not long after the 16-bit era, they went ahead and ruined all sports games for everyone forever. By trying to make them real. Like, what a boring, blech, yuck. But yeah, that's Griffey might be the greatest baseball game ever made. If it's not Griffey, then it's probably Baseball Stars. Then it's probably Baseball Stars. All right. Congratulations to Baseball Stars. Congratulations to SNK for cracking the top 10. Tim suggested the next game. This is, you know, some of these names you just see forever. And I don't know that I know what this game is. The box looks familiar. All of that stuff. But I'm here to ask and answer the question, what the fuck is Burai Fighter? Oh yeah, I mean the first Griffey game on the SNES. That's yeah. Okay, so it's a Section Z like. I see. Oh, I can shoot up and down, huh? That changes a lot of stuff. All right, let's get into this. Well, this is okay. I mean, this is I assume a difficulty setting. Okay, we can shoot in 4 directions. As we're holding down fire, that will lock our fire direction, which is handy. So far, the A button doesn't do anything. We need a little more L. I've taken too much L. Ah! What? Am I hitting anything over here? Okay, we're also leveling up a meter that says extra. Now we've got a spinny thing. And that's fun. Oh, hey, look at that. I hit the A button and everybody died. How? How will I get up there and get that? Who can say? Laser 5 is coming out of freaking both ends of me, man. Oh, must be a boss coming. Can't have a background. Because the boss fight will be too intense. Why is my laser not good? Is it because I picked up too much missile? Like it's got numbers for each of the 3 things there, but Alright, I've blown up 2 of your slimes. I've blown up all your slimes. Hey, can I do diagonals? It looks like, whoa, those are big numbers. Look at these big numbers. I love them. Password? Ball. You know I do. Okay, so you can shoot diagonally. This game's got it all. What more could you want out of a dude directional shooter? Unless you're, unless we're talking Forgotten Worlds here, which is, still... This seems bad. This seems bad for me. No? Yeah. The password is ball. Oh, man. No, this is where I die again. Ah! That's a dickhead move on their part. That's not fun. That's not like, video games, I'm loving them. That's like, this is... The password is ball. I guess at least well, not anymore, because I died with every weapon, and now I'm back to zeros across the board. I'll say at least it kind of saves some of your weapon stuff. Oh, are we dead again? Cool. I don't need to get to stage 2 and just have it be a bunch of like, haha, we put these funny power-ups here and there's no way out of this unless you know it's there and very quickly get in and out of it. Like, that's not fun. That's not a good time. This is not a good time. I'm trying to ball. Should have invested in more ring there. Wait, the missiles only fire to the right no matter what? What kind of criminal act is this? And I assume if I level up missile high enough, it'll eventually have multiple missiles maybe going in multiple directions, but to have this low level of it be, like, bad this way is annoying. As MC Hammer used to say, ring 'em. The control's pretty good, you know, and a lot of these floating dude shooters feel crazy because your sprite is too big, and it feels like you just have too much surface area, too much hitbox. Oh, these big numbers, I love them. Your dude doesn't feel too big in this. He feels reasonably sized. Oh, okay. Cool picture. The password is camp. Oh, look at this! It's like Thunder Force 2 all of a sudden. Okay, it looks like A is the highest number. So might as well try to level up other stuff. Of course, now we're stuck with this. This is a nightmare. Oops, well. Yeah, like I'm sitting here on missile 6 and it's still only firing left and right. Like it's bad. You know, if this game was on the Genesis and they had one more button to work with, they'd probably let you change weapons. Wouldn't that be something? Instead of having to collect a power up to change them. Not until the very last level do you get 4 directions of missile. That's crazy. Very easy to level up these weapons here on this stage. Alright, that's a good number of lasers. That's some hot death coming at you. That's not bad. You'll level it all the way up. I think ring, max level ring with 3 forward, 1 back is probably where it's at. I don't see anything here that says anything about where I'm maybe supposed to be going or why. Here we go. I guess this is a map, huh? The password is camp. Oh, let's just go. Numbers. A times 500. A equals 10. The password is doll. This game is all right. There are some things about it that are definitely funky. But I like the change in perspective. Like, that's kind of cool. I think the level design there in level 2, where it's got a lot of, dead ends, I think is a really crappy way to go in terms of designing a level. Oh. And now I'm worried here, going like, oh, is one of these going to be a wrong choice and it's going to kill me? Or, what's the story here? So... A lot of nothing here but power-ups, so I assume something bad is headed our way here. I like the look of the diagonal shot, the sprite here for your dude when he's aiming diagonally. That's kind of cool. game's all right. Okay. Oh. Okay, well, let's keep going. Oh. True evil. Falling blocks from the sky. And a crazy skull thing. That's now dead. Ah, the big numbers. They're really nice looking big numbers. The password is Eden. Going back this way now, huh? Well. You really gonna go this way? It doesn't seem like you're serious about this, because I'm gonna, okay, all right. Why are we doing this little dance here? Fuck. What? Guess we'll hang back this time, huh? Yeah, that's right. Annoying. It's a combination of enemies that take a few too many hits to die, and this like scrolling maze thing. Like, this is a neat idea. But yeah, the execution's not great on some of that stuff. Shit. Remember Zeppelin for the Atari 800? One of the most recent entries into the Jeff Gerstmann Hall of Fame. If you're on Patreon, you can go watch that video. Catch yourself up on Zeppelin, which is in some ways a better version of this concept. Dude, that sucks. Like, there's not even like a good... That stuff's not great. That's if there's a thing about Burai Fighter that drags it down, it is that idea of like, hey, here's like some shit that's either going to come at you way too fast, or like, hey, the design of the level, you'd better memorize some parts of it. That kind of drags it down. I don't know. Like it's good. It's cool. But that stuff is like, I don't know, unfair, I guess I would say. Let's see here. I mean, what are we looking at? It's certainly better than Tiger Heli. It's better than Pinbot. It's better than Dino Wars Destruction of Spondyloose. Is it? Yeah. No, it's better. It's a better game than that. It's better than NES Play Action Football. It's better than Scoon. It's better than Super Spike V-Ball. It's better than 3D World Runner. It's better than Scat, which is a similar sort of thing. It's better than Spot the video game, but it's not better than City Connection. It's better than Snake Rattle and Roll, but it's not better than Bucky O'Hare. So it is our new number 60. Not bad. Like again, yeah, there's as those like floating dude shooters go, Burai Fighter is one of the better ones on the platform for sure. But some of that level design stuff just gets in the way. Like that would be a much better game, like with slightly better levels. That would probably rank much higher on the list. It wouldn't take too much. But there you have it. It's our new number 60. All right. Moving along, we don't have a ton of these left with these black box first party Nintendo games. There are still some of them out there. I'm not sure that I must have played this at some point, but I couldn't tell you a thing about it. Other than it's got this great music, like many of the other sports games on the platform. Hello. Where are we? It's Volleyball. I don't remember. I certainly didn't play this in 87 when it was new. And I don't think I've played this outside of emulation. Let's try training because I you know, this seems like the sort of thing that could just go wrong. Okay, we served. Oh, we served. Or are we serving? No, it says, yeah. Okay, so we've got a hit button and a jump button. That's, you know, kind of what you expect out of a volleyball game. We're bumping, we're setting, we're spiking. The music is not awesome. The shadows seem pretty useful in terms of, like, if you've got to determine, you know, when you're gonna try to jump for a spike, like a... It's hard, that's... The movement feels very, it doesn't feel smooth. Okay. Oh! Yeah, we fucking stuffed it. Okay, yeah, this seems straightforward enough. As far as, you know, 80s representations of stuff like badminton and tennis and volleyball and a lot of this stuff, you know, you get kind of a lot of the same ideas over and over again. Suck it! Oh, wait. It is us. We are the ones who are sucking on it. I don't know why why all these volleyball players are just constantly, like, air humping. But I like it. And they're just doing it non-stop. It's great. This is great. Faked him out. Humping that ball. Ball humpers. In color There's something about the way this game moves and looks and everything. Like, it feels like this one did not get as much care as, say, tennis. Oh. I biffed it. Still feel like I'm not getting the timing right on the spikes, but it's still getting over the net, so I don't know. Oh, there you go. They got one. Oh, she couldn't hit it twice. I didn't. Getting eaten up. No, it just didn't let me. I tried to hit it to the one at the top, but since I didn't have control of that character, I could not do that. That's annoying. With the D-pad, I can kind of direct the shots around a little bit. Yeah. Back to humping this ball. All right, that's training mode, which I thought was maybe going to be like almost like a tutorial thing, but this is a much more dynamic title screen than most of these early sports games had. I'll give it that. What do we have in terms of game? Okay. Look at these men hump. These beeps are real, Can I only play as USA? The men humping seems way more lewd, way more aggressive. This is God, man. Put it away. The men's game seems faster. I should check and see if that's just a factor of it being game instead of training. Hashishida. Indeed. And I guess I can only play as USA, huh? Okay, that was just training that was slower. I like the training speed a lot better than this. What? Also, yeah, it's not telling me who I'm controlling, which is a weird, like in training mode, will show you who you have control of, but in the main game, you're just gonna have to fucking figure it out, I guess. Like, that's not a good, like, meaningful, oh god, difficulty change. That's just like, kind of sucks. I like this way less without the markers and stuff. Like, that's kind of, this is not good. It's crappy. They really hump those balls, though. Oh. That's what's up. That's what's up. All right, this volleyball. It's not, I feel like it's not as well realized, but I would say that about a lot of volleyball games of the era, that it just, it doesn't feel like as realized of a representation of its sport as opposed to tennis. Or just like a lot of the, you know, golf, like baseball, like a lot of the other early NES games. Like the volleyball, and again, I would say that about a lot of volleyball games of that era, if not maybe all volleyball games ever. It's why they had to add a bunch of like butt bopping and all this other stuff to DOA, because when they're just like, here's volleyball, it's like, yeah, it's all right. It's not really that engaging. But there's like Super Spike V-Ball is certainly a better game. I mean, there is a lot of improvements to be done for sure. Where does this go on our list? I mean, it's not as good as Crash and the Boys Street Challenge. That's definitely true. It's no Ice Climber. RC Pro-Am 2 is a better game. Golf is a better game. Popeye is a better game. Ivan Iron Man Stewart's Super Off-Road is a better game. I would say The Legend of Kage, scientifically speaking, is a better game. Volleyball is better than Galaxy 5000 Racing in the 51st Century. Volleyball is not as good as Spiritual Warfare. It is not as good as Zen Intergalactic Ninja, but it is better than Star Trek 25th Anniversary. Just barely. Just barely. And so we have our new number 165. I said we have our new number 164. Volleyball. Okay. Thanks to Volleyball for being Volleyball. Next up, this seems like a they made a Rambo game for the platform, made a Dirty Harry game. It's a RoboCop is an R-rated movie. The number of times they took R-rated properties and put them onto video game platforms that at the time were very much for kids. They made a lot of interesting choices. This one, I don't think I've ever played this. Come on now. Come on now. Always takes a while for it to grab it. There we go. Platoon. Yes, my understanding is that this game came to multiple computer platforms like the Atari ST. Press fire to continue. Which one is that? It's B, apparently. Oh, yeah, this is... This did not originate on the NES. What was that? Your history. Okay, we can push up to jump. B shoots. A throws grenades. I guess we want to jump over that. Well. What? Okay, this tree is apparently the edge. Oh, can I walk down here? There we go. Dude. This is yeah, this sure feels like it's a Commodore 64 game. Status 002. Okay, is that good or is that I don't know, is that a thing from the movie? I can't I saw Platoon as a kid, I guess. Because, you know, you get HBO. Before too long, you're eventually going to end up fucking watching Platoon. Whoa. That's been one of the fun things about digging through the garage and finding all these videotapes that I had as a kid. Is like all the movies that I watched as a kid. Your history. You have found the explosives. Okay, okay. Oh wait, we could jump over that. No, we can't, because that tree's right there. Can't go around that tree. We had no business being over there. That's how they did it back in NAM, jumping over bullets. I don't know where I'm going or why. Music is dissonant because war is war, man. Get going. I like that the game gives you shit if you stop. Get going. This is okay, huh? All right, we're just gonna keep wandering around the jungle, shooting stuff, and I found the explosives, and I don't really know what that's for. I assume I blow something up to get to the next level. Dun, 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 dun. mean, this sounds like loading screen music for a Commodore 64 game, so... This is like the worst ocean loader revision of them all. Ah! Am I going back the way I came? Maybe. Oh, hey, well, here's another. Now I got some grenades, but that doesn't seem effective against much of anything. Good. Okay, this is promising. Set the explosives on the bridge. Okay, all right, great. Run for it. Okay, I'm not in control anymore. Now I am. Do not harm the villagers. Oops. Man. Shit is tense. Really happy we can go in all these buildings. Did the music break? Are we free? Oh. I'm just gonna sit inside this house for a sec, get my morale up. No, is that not how it works? Okay. Oops, shit. Look, man. It's war out here. What the fuck? I don't remember seeing any other pathways along the way. Dude, fuck this game. Holy shit. Stay on screen. When you're here, it keeps the enemies from spawning. There's got to be something I forgot, right? There's got to be something. A stool. If I push up, it'll... The Viet Cong booby trap. What do we got here? We got a stool. Oh, and I push up again, it goes off again. That's very funny. It's the Viet Cong booby trap. Charlie Sheen. Ain't no continues in Vietnam, man. It's just the audio, the movement, like the quality of this experience is so fucking bad compared to other games on the platform. It's really something else, man. Your history. No, I wanted to jump there. That's fine. It's fine. Okay. That's Platoon. Are you a kid or are you a squid? We finally have the answer. Yeah, that looks and feels like a Commodore 64 game. Like you look at it, you're like, oh yeah. This definitely feels like one of those games, but they had an extra button to play with. It's still up to jump because they used the other button for grenades. But it feels like the sort of game where they're going to go like, and now in this level, you do something totally different. And we made 3 different games in one, and they're all bad. You're like, okay, yeah, good. That's Platoon. That's Platoon. Where does Platoon go on our list? Well, I'll tell you what. It is not even half the game that Rambo is. It is not nearly as good as Rambo. It is not as good as Galaga, Demons of Death. It is worse than Solstice, The Quest for the Staff of Deimos. It is worse than Dino Wars Destruction of Spondylus, a game I played on my iPhone just last night. It is worse than Spiritual Warfare. It's worse than Skate or Die. It's worse than Mickey Mousecapade. It's worse. It is not as bad as Star Wars. It is better than Ghostbusters 2. All right, let's think this. Where's the true upper line of this? So it is better than this shit. It always hurts to say a game is not as good as Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles because that game is so bad. But I suppose that's where we are with it. Platoon goes in here somewhere. It's worse than Robo Warrior. It's worse than TMNT. It's better than Wheel. Is it better or worse than B-52? That's a really hard question. So it's better than Wheel. It's worse than Mickey Mousecapade. It's worse than Ghoul School. It's worse than B-52. So it's our new number 216. I keep almost writing Splatoon. Congratulations to Nintendo for such effective branding. $217, sorry, because it's no, it should be $216 because it's. I'll fix it over here. It is. It belongs above Wheel of Fortune. There. Okay. Next up, Ian suggested this game. I don't know if you've heard of it. Something of a little known, hidden gem, I guess. I don't know. Then there may be two versions of this. I will check and see if they're the same when we're done here. But we'll start with the Namco release of this. It's a game called Pac-Man. Oh, this has to be different because this is 93 is really late. '93 feels really late for a version of fucking Pac-Man. Yeah, 13 years after the arcade release, we brought it to the NES. I don't know. I just thought that'd be fun. Oh, I really don't like these sound effects very much. Just grimy ghost noises, just really. You see Pac-Man clips through the bottom of the maze there. Like the sprite doesn't even really fit in the. Yeah, this is crummy. I don't know. Like it's an acceptable version of the game. When they take these vertical games and they have to put them onto horizontal televisions, they always end up pushing all of the score and other information off to the right side of the screen, which ends up mostly blank. It's sort of a... And just the buzzy nature of the sound effects here are pretty crappy, but I don't know. This plays fine. There are certainly way worse versions of Pac-Man available on home platforms. It's got the cutscenes. Fruit noise doesn't sound great. I don't know. I was never a Pac-Man, like, patterns person, you know? I never got good enough at Pac-Man to memorize that sort of stuff. Here we go. Not a lot of blue time left here. But we're eating dots. We're going around the maze. I don't know. This is, I think when we look at some of the other ports of arcade games to the NES of this era specifically, or even just other stuff that Namco themselves have put out, stuff like Galaga. This could be worse, I guess I would say. Like, I don't want to play this. I don't think the sound effects are great. And in a game as simple as Pac-Man, like, that matters even more, right? Because there's just not that much else to fucking, Ghost fur, sure. But also, like, why would you want a version of Pac-Man on this platform in the first place? I think it's such a previous generation kind of game. Like, it belongs on the Atari 2600. And there you go, like, well, of course, these ports that exist previously are on systems that are pretty underpowered compared to the original arcade hardware. And so it's a lot easier to look at them and go, well, look, this interpretation of Pac-Man is fine for what it is, And I think it's a lot easier to give those games a break than it is to look at this that came out. Well, I mean, this particular printing of it or whatever came out in fucking 93. Which I'm sure this came out in, yes, this probably in Japan came out a decade earlier or something. Whoops, 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 whoops. Nope. All right. I gotta say, this is I'm having for me a pretty good fucking game of Pac-Man right here. No. So my question is this just a licensed version of the game because the other version is a Tengen version? Are these both ports of the same Japanese release, or did they port Pac-Man to this thing twice? I think they just did it once. Yeah, this is just the same game. Okay. So Tengen did it, well, I'm guessing probably 87, 88 or something like that. So arcade release, 1980. Famicom release probably 84 based on this date, and then US release probably like 88, which is still insanely late. And so that's a little more in line with, I think, a lot of the other Namco arcade games on the NES, because a lot of them came out way late. And then when they came out in the US, that's why some of those games have subtitles and stuff where they're just like, I don't know, Galaga's not a jazzy enough name for 1988, baby. We got to come up with something good. Galaga, Demons of Death. Like, it's just like the worst. It's legendary arcade games. You don't need to fucking slap extra words on it, especially if it's not like a different version. Like, it is just a port. Okay, Pac-Man. Pac-Man. I don't know that I mean, I played a lot of Pac-Man because I think if you were playing video games in the early 80s, you just fucking ran into a lot of goddamn Pac-Man. My first girlfriend, I was in the 4th grade, and she would call me on the phone and ask me what I was doing. And I didn't want to have like a lengthy conversation. Like, I'd be out in the backyard fucking around, doing stuff. It's like, whatever. But I didn't want to go into detail about like, oh, well, I'm out in the backyard doing this, and then we killed some ants and did that. And so whenever she would call, I would just say, yeah, I'm playing Pac-Man. And I don't know why. But it was just like, it was a much shorter, just like, yeah, that's what I'm doing. So I don't know. That's what Pac-Man means to me. But where does Pac-Man go on our list? I think that port is okay. It's not, like there's like just fidelity missing from it, like the fruits are all this kind of like one color flat looking sprite. Like they don't look as good as they did in arcades. None of it does. I think Pac-Man looks kind of shitty and is a little too big for the maze. And so there's like this, there's stuff about it that's off, but it's totally fine. I don't know. Like when you look at some of these other games here, I don't think it's as good as Donkey Kong or Donkey Kong Jr. But it's better than that port of Burger Time, actually. Like I was thinking it would end up down here, but now that I'm thinking it through here, it is better than that port of Burger Time, but it's not better than Donkey Kong Jr. And so it's our new number 124. It's again, it's like a lot of those other games. There's just not all that much going on. I mean, you could make the case that Burger Time at least has multiple levels, whereas Pac-Man is just the same maze over and over again. But this port of Burger Time doesn't feel great on top of that, so it sort of suffers from that a little bit as well, which is what puts it ahead. But that said, I mean, if let's think about the arcade versions just for a second here. Pac-Man is probably a better game than Burger Time, as much as I love Burger Time. As much as I love Burger Time, as much as I love Peter Pepper and Mr. Egg and Mr. Hot Dog and Mr. Pickle Chip, the heroes and villains of Burger Time. Pac-Man is just a smoother playing game. I think if they made Peter Pepper move fast, A, it would break Burger Time. It would be too easy. But B, it'd have more of a flow to it. Burger Time just feels so stuttery, especially going up these steps and you just it's, I don't know. It's the ladders and everything. It's Burger Time. I think if we really sit down and think about Burger Time, I love Burger Time. But there are other arcade games of that era that I think are just like better games. Burger Time's better than just about any Burger Time that came after it. Or they did Peter Pepper's Ice Cream Factory as an arcade sequel, and that's a terrible game. That game is awful. Super Burger Time and Burger Time DX and some of the other ports they did to home systems and stuff are kind of cool. But yeah, Heavy Burger. Yeah, Heavy Burger is a neat game. Heavy Burger. Neat game that did not get its due. Tim suggests the next game, and it's another one that I have no idea what this is. Straight up. Wow. Okay. All right. It's called Dragon Fighter. I assume you fight dragons. Or am I a dragon that is also a fighter? I don't know. It's starting to feel like Burger Time around these parts. I could go for a burger right now. Okay. This looks simple enough. This looks like this could be a fake video game. If this video game was on a TV screen in a movie or something, you'd be like, yeah, they all kind of look like that, don't they? From your friends at SoFel, 1991, another hot licensed It's got the Nintendo seal of quality, so... I was gonna say, like, something about this has, like, a real... What if we made a Mega Man, but you had a sword and a funny hat? And that's... The music is kind of... I don't know. The life bars, the... Evil Snowflake. Take that, you fucking snowflakes. I'm just getting, like, fucking swarmed. I was like, surely I can't get all the way up there, but I guess I do jump pretty high, don't I? We've got a meter full here. I don't... Are these fucking evil bears different colors? Because some of them take 2 hits and some of them take 1, and I can't figure out why. Or anything different about them other than some of them take 2 hits and some of them take 1. They're the same color? Okay, well that's weird. See, that one took 2. Why? Every time you cut a snowflake, pretend you blocked someone who's like a paying subscriber to Twitter. Same vibe. Die, snowflake. Like, no, I need to tell you about how the Cybertruck is good, actually. Like, no. No, you don't. You don't get to waste my time like that. I don't... Select button doesn't seem to do anything. Oh! I hit both the buttons, I think is what happened there. And now we're a dragon. And we wasted half of our dragon meter. I can't shoot to the left, which sucks. Whoa. Full floored. Mastering ice field. Now I've got a stave. Is that a... Do I have a... Okay, no. No, still nothing. This game seems cool, man. I don't know. Like, as far as, like, hey, here's a generic action game on this platform. Like, this is... It looks nice and stable. It's got this big fucking bug. It's got little bugs as well. I need to get this bug down and then jump and then yeah, okay. Can I not turn into the dragon at will? Is that not a thing? There we go. Okay, and we can bust out of it without draining the entire meter. Which is cool too. Nice to have options. Music's all right. Spikes! We get some R. I'm gonna see if the achievements say anything about what that does. Obtain the red orb. All right, guess not. Okay, no, those are invincible. We just have to deal with them. Oh, ah, Those spikes turned into friggin' monsters, man. This is fucked up. Ah! Now we've got a B. I assume I turn into different dragons based on whatever orb I have. I've already been the green dragon, right? Yeah. So let's stick with this one. Homing shots on the blue one. That's handy. Nice if you can turn around, but I guess, like, they're not always expecting you to use it in the boss fight, are they? Oh, okay. I was like, is that it? No? Running out of dragon power here. This game's alright! This game's pretty good! It's very straightforward. It's not difficult, which, you know, is sometimes nice, but, that fish is just hanging out. No sign of legs, but does not need to be in the water. I'd say maybe a little low on options outside of the dragon stuff, which I guess maybe that's not bad. That's just... I'm kind of looking at it and thinking like, man, what if my sword could be longer? You know? Oh, the water is pushing me along. I'm like, why is there like a conveyor belt type thing going on here? getting careless. But the game seems to give you just enough life power-up stuff to you can be a little sloppy. I said you can be a little sloppy. I'm being too sloppy now. Really hoping something drops a little more health, but guess not. A lot of downtime. I should probably be turning back into human form and then... Never mind. Hey, you fuckers! Stop this! No, never mind. Keep doing that. Let's keep doing what we're doing. Ah. Ah, you weirdo and your creepy machine. You steampunk dicks. Ah. Nope. Oh, no shit. No 3 lives, just, hey, that's it, man. And then where this just puts us at the beginning of the stage then? Yeah, okay. This is cool. I don't know. I might say it's a little overly straightforward in some ways. You know, it's not super difficult. Ah. Unless you get into stupid vendettas like I just did. Like, no, I'm gonna kill this guy. Yeah, that's right. All right, now I'm just playing like garbage. That one goes below. That's a fun trick. They're like, no, you don't. If you just, this is gonna go into the fucking fire. Am I going to learn anything from that? Absolutely not. All right. Good. Pretty decent music and sound. Like, you know. Dragon Fighter. Dragon Fighter. Of all the game names that they didn't get to until 1991. They're like, I don't know, Dragon Fighter? I'm like, yeah, okay. Sure. You know, dragons. Different colored dragons with different attacks. Why not? Maybe a little altered beast-like in a couple of ways, but I mean not really. But Well, Dragon Fighter is better than Galaga Demons of Death. You'd take it over a Wizards and Warriors. You'd take it over a Rambo. More enjoyable than a Legendary Wings. Certainly better than Scat. Better than Burai Fighter. It's better than Monster in My Pocket. Is it better than Karnov? Karnov is... that dude's got ladders for days. This game's better than Karnov, but it's not better than Kickmaster. All right, it's better than Karnov. It's better than Crash and the Boys Street Challenge. It is better than Double Dribble. It is not better than Double Dragon. Yeah. Yes. I'm thinking the science through on this one. It's hard because, like, you know, Double Dragon is hard to feel positive about sometimes. And that's part of why I've really enjoyed going back and playing these games, is because all I really remember nostalgically is the disappointment of what Double Dragon for the NES is. And going like, it won't let you carry weapons. It's got all these weird glitches. It's like super fucked up. You have to level up to unlock the weapons. And like, it's not Double Dragon. But on its own merits, separated from how good of an arcade port it is or isn't, the lack of two-player, all that other stuff, like Double Dragon is still pretty fucking good. It's easy to forget that. It's easy to forget that. And so Dragon Fighter is our new number 48. A top 50 game. Unlike our good friend Karnov, God damn it. Who slips to number 51. All right. Well, that's going to do it for us here today. Dragon Fighter. Thanks to Tim for this, the suggestion of Dragon Fighter. If you'd like to suggest some games, you can sign up for the Gerstmann Advisory Panel. It's one of the Patreon tiers available to you at patreon.com/Jeff Gerstmann. Where the big boys play. So, let's look at that adjective. Play. What? What are we up to now? 269 games on our list. We did not get a new bottom or top of the list, but congratulations to Baseball Stars for taking its place in the top 10. That's pretty exciting. It's hard for me to imagine a scenario where that game ends up in the top 10 by the time we're done, but it feels right for it to be there at the same time. Like, that's one of those things that, like, me personally, is Baseball Stars a top 10 NES game? Probably. Maybe it's a top. Maybe when this list is done, we'll go back and I'll make my personal list instead of the scientific list and see how similar or dissimilar they really are. But Baseball Stars, it's hard to envision. In fact, I will tell you, as someone who has, done some science over the years, it is highly unlikely that we will be playing any baseball games on the NES that are better than Baseball Stars. Extremely unlikely. When I look at the baseball games that are remaining on the list, it's a very easy, like, checkbox of, like, no, this is not better than Baseball Stars. This is not better. The RBI baseball sequels, no. Absolutely not. I was gonna say Roger Clemens baseball, but that was 16-bit. Roger Clemens baseball is fucking terrible. Bases Loaded is like a fucking dumpster compared to Baseball Stars. Playing Bases Loaded is like licking a toilet seat compared to the luxury, the pageantry of Baseball Stars. That's going to do it for this week. I hope you have a great weekend. It's Friday where I am. Who knows where you are by the time you're watching this? You could be watching it on YouTube. Catch it on YouTube. Go to guard.bike. I think that'll just redirect you to the YouTube channel. But if you're watching this and you're not live, that means you're already there. If you are watching it live, I don't know. Go subscribe to the YouTube channel, I guess. I don't know. There are a lot of videos there. Or maybe this is some far-flung future where YouTube doesn't exist anymore and you're watching archive.org's mirror of YouTube. Let's hope. Anyway, have a great weekend. Be back next week with the podcast on Tuesday and all that other stuff. And take care of yourselves. Have a good one.